$10, boy, would really go a long way toward
That's what you get betting against my bolts.
getting you square again. No, I'm too smart to bet on the Chicago Bears.
Good. I was going to say that's.
Nope. I know the terrain in which they're deployed on a regular basis. Did you see Flava Flav sing the anthem?
I did not.
Oh, boy.
Was it good?
I mean, it wasn't awful.
Oh, okay.
He went for it. Flava Flav. I don't know how they pulled his name out of a hat. And again, it's not like the guy's got perfect pitch. But if you know Flava Flav's history, of course, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Public Enemy. You know his history. You know, he started off going to culinary school before he was a rapper. And they talked about how they called him a musical prodigy because when he was a kid, he taught himself to play piano by ear at 5 years old. And then he subsequently taught himself how to play 15 other instruments. So he's a very talented musician. He ain't got no perfect pitch, that's for sure. Here's him playing the piano, by the way. Talented dude.
That's crazy.
People obviously just know him from Public Enemy, Clock Around the Neck, the whole bit. But they asked him to sing the national anthem at the Milwaukee Bucks game.
Singing at the Star-Spangled Banner, performed tonight by 6-time Grammy Award-nominated rapper and artist Flava Flav.
Oh, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed?
He looks as confused to be there as Bill did at that Ryan Hamilton show.
Does he know he's supposed to be?
He's not doing bad.
No, he's doing fine. And I think, he went for it. And I know there's some people pissing on him, obviously, in social media, because that's what people do. But no, he went for it. And, I imagine he probably rehearsed it because you'd have to. But he didn't forget any of the words. There's a hell of a lot better singers than that who forget the words or they flub it or something. Let me get you to the end here.
The high notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when it gets tough.
Theoretically, I could play the end for you. But.
The internet's been real wonky here today.
Yeah. Well, anywho, he finishes the Star-Spangled Banner like everybody else does with the... he does kind of try to take a little bit of a run at the end, though, too. He wanted to, throw a little seasoning in there.
Put a little flavor on it.
Flava Flav, yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, it was fun, and maybe this will play at some point, and I can bring you back to it. That's all right. You want to call us anytime, leave voicemails for us. The number is 216-986-8903. It's the Alan Cox Show After Hours line. You can use it whenever you like.
Alan, baby, Court Serpent Springs. Tomorrow being Halloween, Tuesday. Might not get a chance to call in. I was going to try to do it live. Just throw a couple Halloween-themed dad jokes at you in the spirit of spooky time. Why don't vampires go to cookouts?
Wait, does anybody know that one?
Why don't vampires go to cookouts? I don't know. They're during the day, for one. That's...
You think
really
that's what
tough.
it is?
I don't think that's
about
a joke.
Grill.
No.
Why don't vampires go to cookouts? They're terrified of steaks.
Terrified of steaks, Mary.
Should have known.
There's other food there, though.
Right.
Burgers.
Hot dogs.
Why did the ghost have so many DUIs?
Why did the ghost have so many DUIs?
He loved booze. booze.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Because he was so full of booze.
Hey.
Pretty
Hey.
close.
Take it easy, everybody. Y'all.
Oh, that's
All
it.
right.
Oh,
Just
there's-
two.
for what?
Corey in Tarpon Springs, Florida. All right, thanks. Full of booze. I thought it was because he was sheet-faced.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, too.
Except real ghosts don't wear sheets. That's what humans
They
do.
don't?
That's what humans do to look
Wait,
like
don't ghosts ever wear
I
sheets?
don't think so.
Why wouldn't they? Because they're already an apparition and already
Yeah.
terrifying?
They don't have to.
Do you think your anxiety is tied to the fact that you also believe in ghosts?
Probably. It's all tied to something.
Because, like, I'd be way more anxious if I thought there were ghosts around me all the time.
Not all the
Well,
time.
no, it's one thing to believe in ghosts, but it's another to think they're around you all the time.
Yeah, I don't think they're
It's
around
a
me all
big
the time.
universe.
Oh, wouldn't
They're-
they
they're
be
not
around
conf-
all the time?
Huh?
No, they're
that's
not
why I
all
can
haunting.
I never understand the
There's
ghost
no
stuff.
rules. There's too many
Just
rules.
right.
But don't there have to be rules?
I don't know. I've not looked into it enough.
But if one of the rules is they are confined to a place where they died because they have unfinished business,
yeah.
that's a rule.
I went
So
to
it stand to reason there would be multiple rules.
I don't know the rules.
Oh.
I went to a psychic. A real one in person.
When? Why are you waiting until now to tell us this?
Of the brave, of the brave, of the brave.
See, he got to the end and he wanted to really bang it out.
Yeah.
Where did you go to a psychic? When you were in Austin, I assume.
No, in
Oh.
Berea. We had that Friday off before I left for New Orleans, and I had all
I mean,
day.
why go to a New Orleans psychic when you could go to one in Berea, Ohio?
No. Went for a tarot card reading, and
Mm-hmm.
she gave me a deal. Tarot card plus psychic reading for only an extra $20.
Discount psychic. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tell us about your Groupon future.
Well, it wasn't on Groupon. I just walked in.
I know, but I was just still.
But it was a deal. Well, she read the tarot cards and she got some things very, very, very wrong. Like one was that I'm not a very emotional person and I have a heavy guard up and I don't let people in. And I tend to I don't let people know what I'm thinking or feeling. And it took everything
At
in
what
me.
point did you stop her and go,
I go,
I'd like my money back?
I just straight up was like, no, like not even close. That's not accurate at all. And then what else was she really wrong about? This is a couple weeks ago at this point, but
So it's like on the average, she got half wrong, half right.
yeah, pretty much. She told me that Brian is the love of my life and he would do anything for me. And that
Now, was that correct or not?
I don't know, probably not. And that
She's like, wow,
at
you
this
are
point, who knows?
0 for 4, lady.
And that I should move to New York or a bigger city.
Yeah.
That Cleveland's not the place for me.
That's true.
But she also told me that before she found out what I did. She told me that my soul was confined and that I didn't belong here in Ohio, that I needed to move to somewhere bigger.
Okay.
So for me to not tell her anything about myself and then for her to say that, I was like, okay, all right, maybe she feels something like that.
Yeah, but everybody feels confined, right? By something. That's probably
Maybe.
a pretty safe thing to tell somebody.
You think?
You feel confined and you should go somewhere else? Yeah, I think
some
you're pretty.
people are also very happy living in their hometown the rest of their life.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But what are the chances you're going to meet one of those people?
Yeah.
I mean, are those people going to tarot card? I mean, I think that the idea that somebody goes to get their fortune read implies
Yeah.
that they want more information about their life. If they were super happy with everything,
They
they
wouldn't
wouldn't
go.
be going in there
Yeah.
saying, tell me what's going to happen to me. Anyway, go ahead. I interrupted.
Do you want to give away money first?
I do want to give away money
Okay.
first. My card says someone's going to win $1,000 right now from the Buzzard Bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Check. That's check. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
So she tells you you should be in a bigger place.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, well, what about that man who you just said is the love of my life? And she goes, oh, he'll wait for you. Don't worry about him. She's like, he's not
He'll
going
wait for you.
Yeah, she's like, he's not going anywhere. Do what you need to do, and he'll always be there. And I was like, I don't know if that's how that's going to work.
I'm going to
Brian,
New York.
yeah,
Wait for me, honey.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. She also told me that I'm going to die in my 80s, and it's going to be related to my heart. that heart problems run in my family, and they don't. I mean, my brother has a heart murmur, but other than that, nobody's like died of a heart attack
Maybe
or
you're gonna get
anything like
stabbed
that.
in the heart.
Maybe,
no.
or die
In
of
your
a
80s.
broken heart.
Someone
I
who's
think you're gonna get
Someone-
run through.
someone murmuring to themselves is going to stab you in the heart.
She told me I was going to cheat on Brian, that I was going to have an affair.
Well,
Now
she's
we're
really,
talking. I
she's
love
really
this.
throwing a lot
Yeah.
against the wall, isn't
That-
she?
that
See
it-
what sticks.
It was not going to be like someone I was in love with, that it was going to be out of opportunity, and that he wasn't going to be very good looking. She basically said you're gonna cheat on this man with an ugly person because you're both there and it's gonna be out of an opportunity.
And then Brian will be so brokenhearted
Man,
that he's just looking for someone to
He's gonna stab you in your
console him.
80s.
This is stabbing my heart. I'm gonna cheat on him in my 80s.
That's the only time I can see you doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
See, and that's why I was like,
yeah.
nah, I'm a very, very monogamous person, so that's not what that is. And then she said she kept getting a presence around me, a male presence, like a male figure, someone who had passed on. I said, well, yeah, my dad passed away.
You should have told her that.
Well, whatever. What's the difference? That part was right.
I just want to see how far she can go. It could be a male
I gave her.
She was already
She's
wrong so
already
much.
swinging
Yeah.
and missing on everything. Everybody is going to go, yes, I have a male. My grandfather died. My uncle died. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's got a dead male around them if they believe in that stuff.
And so she was saying how, like, he's my protector and how he wants the best for me and how he loves me and all the stuff you would say.
This is what you get with a
someone
Berea
had-
psychic.
If someone told you they had a dead dad. And then she goes, I'm seeing like a woman figure that's just not trustworthy, that this person is not a good person.
Elizabeth Holmes.
What, maybe.
Hillary.
She was like, was your dad married? Are your parents, were they still together? So, no, he was with my stepmom. And she goes, oh, she's a bad person. I was like, she's actually really great. So she was like swinging a minute. She's not to be trusted. She lies to you. I was like, she's always done more
You're
for me
gonna
than
run
she ever
into this
needed
woman
to.
in the grocery store.
I might. And then she told
Only
me.
out of town psychics from now on.
Okay. And then she told me that a younger girl who looks up to me. But to lead into this, she said that I have a lot of respect from my colleagues, from people in my community, that a lot of people respect me.
Wrong again.
That's what I said. And then she goes,
maybe for a girl.
you carry yourself well when it comes to like your business, and you have a lot of younger women who look up to you in your business. And I was like, okay, maybe. And again, I didn't tell her I was a stand-up. I didn't tell her anything like that. And she said one of those girls is going to come to you because she's going to be pregnant. She said this is not a daughter figure. This is not a sister. She's like, this is like a colleague a younger colleague is going to come to you, and you're going to have to help her with this situation. So I'm going to have to...
You have to drive her out of state to get an abortion?
I guess so.
Vote
And
next
so
week.
when she said that she was, that I had a lot of respect in my community and things like that, she also goes, you hold yourself to a very high standard. You're a very classy woman. And I was like, you are so,
Lady sucks.
so wrong. You could not be more wrong. So
She's definitely used to dealing with people who are taking the misses and going, well, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm classier than I think I am.
people think more highly of themselves than I do, maybe. Because I'm like, no, that's not it. I'm in sweatpants, dude. Get it together. And then she said I have a very bright financial future. That she's like, you're going to make a lot of money. She's like, I can definitely see that. There's absolutely no time in your adult life that you're going to struggle. She's like, it's only onward and upward from
So
here.
how are you able to take all of that in total and process any of it when so much is wrong? Obviously, you're going to focus on like, yeah, she finally got one right. I'm going to be rich.
I am going to be rich one day.
Right. I mean, that's
Because
not...
you've always believed that anyway.
I always knew I was going to be rich. So she ended the session. She gave me a
refund.
bag of rocks. These
You're
are
like,
some-
look, I already have more money. I got my money back.
She was like collecting up the crystals, and she handed me in a baggie and gave me a couple sheets of paper and was telling me what each rock does. And I asked her, I said, what am I supposed to like hold these rocks and pray or whatever? And she looked at me like with this really aggravated face, and she's like, they're crystals and you say mantras. And I was like, oh, my bad.
Oh, sorry, lady.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Because
so
at this point, I don't know if that's right either. So
she hit a couple things. She missed on a lot. And then
She missed on a lot.
she was very upset with me that I called them rocks. And yeah, it was kind of all over the place. But I did end up finally going to like a real life in-person psychic.
How much did that all cost?
$70. It was an hour. It was originally
I'd be more angry about the hour.
It was originally only going to be $50 for the tarot reading, and she threw in her psychic abilities for an extra $20.
Well, she nailed that.
When you guys
No wonder she's throwing him in pro bono. She can't charge for the psychic
when I
abilities.
say it out loud, it makes me laugh so hard because it's like you can't just throw in your psychic abilities. Like, aren't they just there?
she can do
not?
whatever she
Like,
Well, she can
wants,
upsell you all she wants, but
Yeah.
it's not.
But yeah,
Definitely seems like you got the discount psychic, though.
she did like the tarot cards and was like, oh, this one represents this, or this one represents shame and guilt, and this one is
Why
like,
didn't you wait until you were in New Orleans?
I don't know, because I had a day off.
But you were going to be in New Orleans.
I had nothing else to do. So I just went to the psychic.
I did a tarot card reading. It was like me and Pants and Tommy at the bar that Pants owns, and they're like, "Oh, you seem really together, but like trying to do." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to live my life." And it was very, very much just no information, just nothing. But it's
Very-
still fun.
very vague.
For like entertainment purposes. It was fine,
Right.
But it's nothing I go.
I'm not
"Oh,
going to
yeah."
leave my life by
Yes,
it.
yes,
right,
right.
definitely not. It just made me laugh.
But you're gonna be rich.
I'm going to be rich.
You do
they
believe
nailed
her
it,
when she
yeah.
said you're going to be rich.
Yes, 100%. That I am absolutely going to
Because
be
you also
rich.
believe that you were going to win the Vax a million.
Well, that wasn't the one. That wasn't the richness.
But you believed it when it was happening.
Well, it was different.
Okay.
Hindsight's
Because it
2020.
didn't happen.
But yeah, you're seeking a ghost and everything like that. So that was my. Oh, at the beginning of the session, I asked her if I could record it. I was like, just so I can, like, I don't want to miss anything. And she told me that recordings mess with the reading.
Oh, I see. I was
There's
trying to find that
energy in the
audio
room.
earlier. That's what I was recording.
Oh, there you go.
The tarot card
Yeah.
lady.
So I wanted to record. I asked her because I have my phone out. She asked
let
me. She asked me to put my phone away, and I was like, "Oh, I was hoping that I could just record the audio just to have, so that I could, remember everything and go over it." And she goes, "No,
She's like, what are you, a cop?
recordings mess with the reading, and it can interfere with the waves, and I don't know whatever else." But she told me I wasn't allowed to record.
Yeah,
it.
you don't want a recording of her going, "Hey, you seem like you're holding all your feelings." You're like, "No, not at all."
You
man."
don't really let people in. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude. not
Every
even
single
close.
paranormal show is nothing but recording equipment.
Yeah.
Right.
Night vision camera and EVPs, and those shows are nothing without technology. Better tell them. Better tell Zach Bagans. Well, no wonder you haven't found anything, man, in 25 years.
Recordings mess with the waves.
All that equipment. Who is this? Hello?
Yes, Alan.
Hello.
Yes, Alan.
Yes. Who's this?
This is the Centaurus.
The Santorasaurus. Okay.
Yes, yes. I feast upon Mary's tears, and I've gone quite famished with her absence. I was wondering when the next time she's going to cry.
Oh, I don't know, man. Not on air for a while.
I mean,
probably.
she's here today and tomorrow, so you got 8 hours in which
Yeah, 2
something could
days.
happen.
Jeez, man.
Now, what happens to
somebody
you if
could
she
go
goes a
out there.
long period of time without crying?
My voice loses its bass.
He starts talking like that.
I absolutely don't want that to happen because those pipes are gold.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right, well, keep your ears peeled.
If Poundcake leaves, you can have full access to my voice. And I don't molest children.
Ooh, look at this, Santora.
Yeah, I don't have him here for his
checking
voice.
some boxes here.
He really is. Okay, thank you.
Well, let
I
me know. I'll send my resume.
will do. Thank you so much. There's Mr. Santor. Poundcake, how do you spell Santor? How would you spell Santorasaurus?
I didn't know what he was talking about.
Santorasaurus? Like,
He didn't say like a dinosaur. He didn't. I thought he was thinking like soar. I don't know what he meant.
okay.
But soar, if he's
Soaring
talking
like
like
a
dinosaur, is
pterodactyl.
Saures, right?
No, close, but
Okay,
it
well.
says Santora, Sores. I'm like, what's
Santorasaurs.
Santorasaurs? I don't know what the hell that is.
I don't know what it is either.
So I gotta play dumb and go, who's this? Hello? All right.
I have to actually be dumb. How do you think I feel?
You didn't ask him?
I asked him multiple
Put that on
times.
your demo.
You're letting yourself be dumb. You didn't ask him what he
I
meant?
asked him multiple. I said, like he said, like Santora with Saurus at the end. I said, like what? He said, like Santora with Saurus on the end. I asked him multiple times.
You go, what the hell does that mean? Then hang up on him.
Okay.
I'll be fine if I don't talk to somebody if
Well,
you
next
don't know
time
what they're talking about and I don't know what they're
next
talking
time I
about.
hang up on him.
Yeah, it's fine. I need you to at least know what they're talking about before I pick them up.
Well, it was just the name. I guess he knew what he was talking about. People come in with all types of nicknames.
But I need to know what they're talking about.
I didn't know that you didn't know who he was.
Oh, Santorasaurs. I look up on my screen, Mr. Santorasaurs. I go, oh, okay.
It's the guy.
Is this guy going to say Mary gave him herpes 10 years ago?
That's the guy I cheated with. The ugly man who I cheated out of opportunity.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not very good looking, but I was there and she was there.
Because there's nothing that Mary wants more than to cheat her way to the top.
A fling of opportunity. I'm going to break here. You want to get a text in 35192, AlanCoxShow.com for everything else, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. Rover's Morning Glory.
This remodel is depressing, thinking about all the money I've
It's causing
lit on fire.
a lot of angst.
Should wallpaper it in in money.